Howdy everybody, this is truthfulcake, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. It's a Game Boy Advance game, and this is one of my favorite games in the Metroidvania genre. Obviously, being a Metroid game, you know, half of that title is lent by the Metroid series, and this is probably my favorite Metroid game. It is Zero Mission. I'm just going to go ahead and jump right into it because one reason why I'm playing this is I feel like there'll be a lot of time to talk because I'm not like a master at this game by any means, but I have played it a fair amount. Like, let me read this. Planet Zebes, or Zebes, however you want to say it. I called this place home once in peaceful times, long before evil haunted the caverns below. Now I shall finally tell the tale of my first battle here, my so-called Zero Mission. So there's not going to be like a whole lot of story to bog us down. There's not going to be too many cutscenes or anything. It's just going to be some gameplay bliss. I love this game so much, and I think arguments can be made, but I've seen the argument made that this is the best, or definitely one of the best Metroid games in the series. I feel like probably the two that will get argued for the most are this game and Super Metroid, which Super Metroid is very similar to this game, and Super Metroid technically did come first, so I don't know. Probably the reason why I like this the most is because this was the first Metroid game I played, and I really didn't know what I was getting into. I just picked up the Game Boy cartridge at a used game shop one day. I'd heard of Metroid, but I'd never played any of the games. Really had no idea what I was getting into, and I just fell in love with this game. And I have played it a fair amount. That does not mean that I'm going to remember what to do, like, every, probably 90% of the time, actually maybe not even that much, 75% of the time I'll probably know generally what I'm supposed to be doing, because I have beat it a few times, but I'm not going to make any guarantees. I probably will get a little mixed up every now and again, but I don't know, I thought this would be a fun game. It's also not a very long game, so it's not going to be like a long time commitment or anything. Saving is for chumps. I'm kidding, saving is not for chumps, but I'm actually the kind of personality that I usually save all the time, even when I don't really need to, and I'm going to try to cut down on that because that's not fun to watch on a video. Although it is a bit of a risk, and I'm not the kind of person that's a risk taker naturally, so I know probably, inevitably, I'll end up biting myself, or kicking myself for not saving more often, but, I'll save, but I want to keep it somewhat interesting. I want to keep it somewhat interesting to watch. So, yeah, the other thing, if it looks like I'm doing like some kind of speedrun or anything, I'm not. Like I said, I don't remember everything, but especially like the beginning parts of this game, I don't know, I feel like I've started it enough times, and usually I finish it too, but I'm fairly familiar with the initial steps of this game. So yeah, if you're not familiar with the Metroid series, what rock have you been living under? No, I'm kidding. If you're not familiar with it, it's, it's one half of that name that I referenced earlier. That's kind of its own subgenre now, the Metroidvanias. The second half being Symphony of the Night, was kind of like the first the first Castlevania game that did something similar to what Metroid does. And I also adore that game, and I would be interested in playing that for a video too someday. But that will have to be sometime in the future. Maybe. I'll think about it. Oh, did I not kill the... Oh, it makes me go the other way first, I forgot. But yeah, hallmarks of the genre are basically... They're usually 2D platformers that involve a lot of backtracking. They involve a lot of... So we cannot get through here. We're gonna come back here later. Significantly later. Probably about, I don't know, 2/3 of the way through the game. Usually they're games that involve a lot of backtracking because it ends up doing what I just did there, going in one direction, finding something that we can't get past, exploring other areas, usually finding some kind of a tool, some sort of permanent upgrade that lets us access new areas, like the long beam that I just found that lets me shoot farther, and then each of those upgrades will let me go different places on the map. And maybe that's one reason why I thought it would be a good game to commentate on, because there is going to be a fair amount of backtracking. I'll try to minimize the backtracking as much as possible, and if it gets really over the top, I could cut it out too, but there's a fair amount of, I don't know, there's a fair amount of back and forth, and I feel like maybe that'd be good to, if I have anything interesting to talk about, who knows, maybe I won't. So now we can go down here. So I mean, already off the bat we've gotten, this is where it shows our upgrades. We've got the long beam and the morph ball, and we will be getting many, many others as we go. Watch me make a total fool of myself and like die when I really don't need to, and then have to do a bunch to get back. I don't, what's in here? Okay, another save room. I'll go ahead and save. Yeah, I adore this game. Like I said, first Metroid game I played, so I've got, you know, it's one of those things with series. Usually people like whatever was the first one that they played first or whatever, or I guess that could be applied to like movies or whatever. I don't know. I don't think it would fit with movies as much, but yeah. I also have played, I've played most of the Metroid games. I have played Zero Mission, or Super Metroid, and Super Metroid is also pretty great. Very similar to this. I don't know why, I like this one just because I have more of a connection to it. We're going to have a little mini-boss coming up here. It's not going to be the whole boss fight, but it will be part of it. I don't know what this guy's called. I don't really know the names for most of these. Ooh, I'm done. Come on, buddy. So you gonna let me go? Yep, okay. Excuse me. Sorry, got distracted there for a second. Okay. Yeah, Super Metroid is also a lot of fun, and I can give it more props because it was the first one that I feel like really got me. Well, I mean, even the very first Metroid game was great, but it hasn't aged well, and I've never actually played through it. This is a remake of the first Metroid game, for those who don't know. So if you're new to the series, this is a remake of the first game. Not that there's like a lot of story. Metroid is not a story-heavy game by any means, although there is a story to it. But yeah, all you really need to know is that this planet is, I don't know, Zebes. I always called it Zebes. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, Zebes, something like that. Yes, and we are, who even knows what we're doing? We're hunting down aliens, I guess. Very, what would you call that, xenophobic? I'm kidding, I don't know. I don't know what Samus's motivations are. Oh, I don't know if you can exist in 2020 and not know that Samus is a woman, but I know that was like a big twist for like little boys in the 1980s. Like, thought that they were playing as a male the entire time, and then it's actually a girl. I think we're gonna kill this thing here. I'm gonna try not to die. I don't want to get like cavalier, you know, like think I got everything under control and then make a fool of myself. No, we're fine. We're fine. We are fine. And we got a new upgrade. This is the charge beam. I can't say I remember using the charge beam a ton. I'm sure it has its uses. I just don't remember using it as much. And we got more energy. I believe the charge beam, obviously you can use it to, sorry, that was my bad. You can use it to charge up shots. I believe also you can, it doesn't break the blocks. You can like jump while you're charging it, while you're charging a shot. And it like does damage to enemies. Well, I didn't really give a good example there, but... Oh yes, I believe the map is down here. So like I said, I'm not going to do a speed run, but I am going to try to get through this as like quickly as I can. This game, like many of the Metroid games, when you get to the end of it, you don't It's not really like different endings, it's more just like you get a little different ending screen depending on how much you complete of the map and how fast you do it. And I've never gotten super great with either of those. I don't think I've ever 100%ed the map, and I usually do not beat the game, really quickly. I don't really know what the criteria is, like what the fastest time is to get the best like ending screen or whatever, but we're probably not going to do that. We're just going to take it chill, because this is a fun game, and I'm doing this to have fun. And hopefully it's fun to watch. I don't know. Where are we going now? Oh, I think I know what we're getting now. Yes, I do. And this... I don't know. I want to, like, not spoil all the upgrades in case this is, like, your first time watching this game and you care about that. So I'll try not to say, like, what I'm about to get. But yes, we got the bombs. And that's going to open a lot of doors for us. It's going to open a lot of paths forward. I don't think I need health right now. And... yeah, there's a lot of bricks that we can blow up. And here, this kind of shows us, it kind of is a little tutorial without like being overt, that you can plant bombs and they bounce the ball up without actually being able to jump. I remember when I figured that out as a kid. I mean, the game is very clearly leading you toward coming to that conclusion, but I remember feeling kind of clever when I was a kid, like I was somehow cheating the game or something, because I figured out that you can jump in the morph ball by planting bombs, and these little guys stick to you, and then you gotta take them out with a bomb as well. Okay, I'm gonna try to remember where I am. Yeah, we'll be coming back here later in a good few minutes. But yeah, this is the first little segment of the map. I always forget what they are called. This is Brinstar. And now we're gonna go back. This is the first instance of what is sure to be lots of backtracking in this game. And I know that's one of the kind of gripes that some people have with Metroidvanias, there's too much backtracking. I think the reason why I'm okay with it usually is because... Wait, hold on a second. Okay, I feel like there's... Yes, missiles, okay. We got more missiles. I don't know how we're up to 15 already. I could have sworn we started with 5. But anyway. I think I'm usually okay with it just because, like I was saying, pretty much every time you backtrack, you're coming back with like different upgrades or items that let you sort of access new areas. And so a lot of times when you backtrack in these games, it still feels kind of new and fresh because you've got new stuff going on. Got some sort of new tool, whatever. Yes, and these guys, they're not little, they're big. They're going to show us, basically give us little objectives, which was not in the original Metroid. There's a lot of improvements to the original Metroid in this remake, which, as I said, I have not actually played through the original game. I don't know, it seems kind of pointless if you have this game, because it's just the same game, except it improves upon it in so many ways, in my opinion. But yeah, that's one of the things it does, is it actually gives you an objective marker. I believe in the original NES game, there wasn't even a map. I think they like expected you to like make your own map, like physically, which is kind of a cool idea, I guess. But practically speaking, I would rather have a map in the game. Okay, we cannot go through there. Oof. One thing that always kind of throws me about the Metroid games, and I don't even know if I can say that it's like a complaint or anything, but I've noticed in most Metroid games, especially Super Metroid, in my opinion, why is it taking so long? Why am I... Okay. That's another annoying thing about this room. I have like strong memories of going through this room because it always takes like a millennia to break down these nest things. But yeah, it always like... Samus always feels a little weird in her movement, in that she like... ooh, yes, okay. Get up there. Okay. We have to be fast here. Have to be quick, and these stupid, annoying little fly things. I hate them. And they keep respawning. Why don't you cut it out? Okay. Get up there, get up there. No. Okay, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. No, that's not it. What was I saying though? Especially in Metroid 2, or Super Metroid, I mean, you kind of have to get used to how like Samus like jumps up fairly quickly, but anytime she like tries to jump horizontally, I saw somewhere the comparison made that it feels like throwing a piece of paper across the room, and it just like it's like not very fluid. It's like very slow compared to how fast she goes up. Gosh darn it. Give me a break, seriously. Okay, I'm not very good at this, but I've been trying too long for it to give up now. Gotta salvage. Okay. At this point, I'm not even sure if I can salvage my pride. Stop. No, yes, okay. Let me get away with it, even though I kind of jumped in while the block was regenerating. Okay, let's get on with our lives, shall we? But yeah, what the heck? Gotta let this regen. Okay. I hate that room because it keeps spawning those stupid purple fly things, and yeah, I don't like them. Annoying. Okay, let me just, yeah, we'll go back up. We'll go up later. Let me back myself up here. I will say that I was playing, if it looks like I know like a bunch of secrets, I have not memorized this game entirely. I've memorized it somewhat, certain loose parts of it, but I also was playing this game just a little bit last night just to prepare for it. So some of those things, like when I found the missiles, it's not me just being a genius and remembering where everything is, because I don't want to make myself look like more impressive than I actually am. Although I would love to get through this game without dying. That would make me look at least somewhat skilled. It probably won't happen, but I can try at least. One thing that's very cool about this game, and I guess you could argue that it makes it a little too easy, is that it's very easy to farm life. Pretty much any small enemy, if you just stay somewhere where it spawns and you just shoot them, it will pretty much always give you life if you need it. I don't know if that's true. I love these little cutscenes too. This is another thing that Zero Mission adds. These really cool animated little cutscenes every now and again. Shoot, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. I don't know if it's true on like the hard difficulty, because I chose the medium. I don't think I think there is a hard difficulty. Okay, we can't go here. Not yet, not quite yet. A little bit later. We need an upgrade that we are going to get shortly. We actually need an upgrade even to get back to Brinstar, but I won't spoil which one. We're pretty much stuck down here. And I remember really liking the music in Norfair. It always sounds like really kind of ominous. I don't know if you can hear it over my voice. Kind of spooky. But yeah, I've never played this game on the hard difficulty, which I'm pretty sure there is a hard difficulty. I think it had me choose difficulty. I always just choose what's there. I think it doesn't even give you a hard option until you beat it. Or else I may have been tempted to try it on hard, which probably would not have gone very well. Okay, we're gonna go back up. We didn't spend very long in Norfair there. And we're gonna go to a new area, Criteria. I'm kind of just making up pronunciations here. I don't know how to pronounce half of this stuff. But yeah, we're gonna get a very vital upgrade here. Again, I'm only remembering this stuff so clearly because I did play through the first, like, I don't know, maybe hour or half an hour of the game the other day, last night. So yeah. But probably later on in the game I'll start I'll start forgetting where stuff is, probably. I have a pretty notoriously bad memory. So this is very interesting. This is another thing that was not in the original Metroid to my knowledge. You get unknown items, which it does not tell us what they do. Which is kind of interesting. I don't know, it feels kind of like a little tease. Like you're all excited to get an upgrade and then it just doesn't do anything. Although it does do something. It lets us break these blocks. But it doesn't tell us what it's supposed to do. And I'm not going to spoil it, but I don't know, when they reveal what the unknown items actually do in this game, it's very satisfying to me. I think it's a good payoff, but we're not going to figure it out until pretty near the end of the game. Okay, I can't go back up there like that. So, yeah, just keep that in the back of your minds. Those unknown items will become a bit more useful in the future. I think I might as well talk. Probably one of my favorite parts of this game, specifically Zero Mission, is there's like a very bizarre, I don't know, it seems bizarre to me in the fact that there's like an addition after you kind of beat the game, after you effectively beat the game. What the heck? Where is this? Oh, right here. After you basically get the ending of the game that was in the NES version, which I don't really think this is a spoiler. Once you kill Mother Brain, that's the main boss. That's the boss that was just in that cutscene. This game actually, okay, this is the upgrade we were looking for. Power Grip. Kind of seems like a no-brainer thing that you should have, but you don't have it. It lets us hang from ledges, which is actually pretty useful. But yeah, after we kill Mother Brain, which is where the original Metroid ends, Zero Mission adds this, like, I don't know, maybe like another hour of gameplay. I guess you could kind of call it like an epilogue. But it's just like more game, except it plays very different from the main game. And I won't spoil how, but it has a pretty distinctly different play style. It shakes things up. And I don't know, it's weird for the time. This is a Game Boy Advance game, but it almost feels like a DLC, if Game Boy Advance games had DLC, which I'm kind of glad they didn't. It just feels weird. It's like the game kind of naturally comes to a conclusion, and then it's like, hey, here's another hour or so of gameplay, and we're just gonna mix things up. But it's cool. I like when games have post-game content. I like when they add stuff. Oh, and here's our ship, which the game didn't actually show us. Well, I mean, we didn't come out of it. We started and we were already underground, but this is where we landed on the surface. And over here, we cannot come through yet, but we will be coming through here, I believe, quite later in the game. So yeah. Now we're just gonna go back to Norfair, because we needed that power grip to do stuff. If you guys remember, I didn't really make it very obvious with my gameplay. I'm just kind of rolling through these first sections, which are the ones that I remember the most. Okay. But yes, now we get to grip stuff, so we can go new areas. There's another upgrade that is also very useful that we will be getting fairly soon. I mean, you know, within the next few minutes. Probably before I end this episode, maybe. I'll see if I can get it before then. Maybe not. Maybe I'll end it early. I kind of want to try to keep these about half an hour. Just to be consistent. Yes, this was kind of unnecessary if I was doing a speedrun, but I want to get as many of the missiles as I can. Oh, the lava. The lava is an absolute game killer, I'm telling you. Lava will mess you up. I want some health. Can you give me some health? Yeah. Alright, that's good enough. Yeah, I love this genre so much. And I actually had thought about playing one of these for a video, and then I was like, what better one could I play than Metroid Zero Mission? I mean, I don't know if it's my favorite. Symphony of the Night is a strong contender for favorite Metroidvania, but I've played quite a few of them. A lot of them are indie. I've noticed a lot of indie developers do Metroidvanias. Maybe it's just like an easy kind of game to make. I don't know. I can get this guy up here too. But some of the indie Metroidvania games I've played are fantastic. Hollow Knight, which is kind of like a cross between a Metroidvania and Dark Souls. It's got many different influences. Axiom Verge was one, Guacamelee was one. Like I said, there are kind of a set few Castlevania games that were very much in the style of Metroid games. I think some people might even call them Egavanias, because I think that's the name of the guy that primarily worked on them, and I don't remember his full name. I don't really even remember any part of his name, and I'm not going to try because I probably couldn't pronounce it anyway. But the guy who made Symphony of the Night, the main guy responsible, I know it was a whole team. But he also semi-recently had his own Kickstarter project called... What is it called? I always mix it up with other stuff. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, I believe. Which I did play as well, and I thought it was pretty good. It was basically just like a reimagining of Symphony of the Night, but not licensed as a Castlevania game because they didn't have the Castlevania license. Oh, no. Get out of there. Okay, I almost don't even want to do that. Is this the way I'm supposed to go? I think. I don't remember. I want to at least see if I can get a... Nope, this is not it. That room is too hot for us. Too hot for this Christian Minecraft server. As indicated by the orange thing on the minimap. I need more health. I don't trust myself. I'm gonna fall in the lava and mess myself up. No! Come on! Okay, come on, don't do this to me, please. I want to look like I know what I'm doing. Give me some health, please. It's not enough, but whatever. Oof. I'm really tense because I don't want to die this early on in the game. They're intending me to use this ledge grab thing here. Okay, I got through that room. Okay. Now we get the upgrade, the ice beam. This is one of my favorites. I love it. And as we can see, it freezes enemies. So we can stand on them, and that's going to be very useful for even getting out of Norfair. Because, I don't know if you guys saw, but our way... I'm not really doing a good job of illustrating it, but our way back was blocked. Basically all we had was a little corridor with these kind of beetle-looking enemies. I don't know if that's a good way to phrase them. They kind of look like flying beetle things. They've got a little shell. And I don't think we can ever actually permanently kill them. I think they're just there for us to freeze and use as platforms. That's their whole life purpose. Okay, well, are you kidding me? I'll maybe try to get back to Brinstar and then I'll cut the video off. Here's a question. Are you a fan of Metroidvania games? I know I didn't really explain what those are very, very effectively, but I'm assuming if you're watching this, you're probably into video games, and I'm assuming if you're into video games, you probably know what a Metroidvania is. But if you are into them, what is your favorite? What is your favorite Metroidvania game? Is it a Metroid game? Is it a Castlevania game? Is it neither? Is it an indie game? Maybe? Who knows? There's another Metroidvania game that I've never played that I actually want to do a video on at some point. It's called, what is it called? It's called Shadow Complex. And it's like, the way I understand it, it's kind of like a Metroidvania, except it's like modern day, and it's like with guns and stuff. I mean, I know this is with guns, but it's more like sci-fi. It's like you play sort of like a Nathan Drake style action hero, and it's a Metroidvania, and people say that it's really good. So I actually got that recently. I think it was on sale somewhere. And I'm kind of excited to play it. Never have, but I kind of want to play it for a video because it could be interesting. If my PC can run it adequately, that's the word I'm looking for. Because it is a very old game, but I got the remastered version, and, you know, we'll see. I'm thinking I'll probably be okay, but my PC is not great at all. Someday that's gonna know how I've made it in life. If I have enough money to buy a really nice gaming PC, I will know that I have reached the upper echelons of society, basically. That's how I measure wealth, and whether or not I can afford a good gaming PC. Okay, it is about a little over 30 minutes, so I'm going to end this episode here, and I will probably be back pretty soon. Hopefully this was enjoyable to watch. Catch you guys later.